Okay, so in Displains, it kicks off at 5 p.m. For the celebration of the Virgin of Guadalupe. It's the 12th of December, so there's the big celebration. Now, before I get to the mushrooms, which I wanted to address, the iconography of mushrooms, I want to talk about this more. Here's an image of John the Hut Dweller. Right now, these manuscripts, it's clear that monks or various groups of or orders of monastics and iconographers were ingesting psilocybin and thought very highly of it during this 300-year period, beginning in the 1100s, going until the 13, even 1400s. It's probably only about 250-year period. But we see the mushroom. I mean, this is probably the most clearest one. Not the most clearest one, but the most elaborate one, where here's a blown-up version of it, of the psilocybin mushroom. I don't know if psilocybin is the right word. The mascara, the type of mushroom that's hallucinogenic in Northern Europe, that the Norse pagans used to eat, with the red cap with white spots on it. That's the forbidden fruit, right? And why is Christ standing on a pile of psychedelic mushrooms there? And here's the forbidden fruit. And is that a mushroom there? I don't know. But people started seeing mushrooms everywhere on some of these websites, right? Here, you see his legs and the folds of his clothes, and saying, oh, see, there's red underneath. Well, red and blue, those are the colors of humanity and divinity, and they're reversed with the Theotokos. And the fact that you'll have white spots on, or white dots on a piece of trim or on a cuff is normal. Here's another one that they tried to say is a mushroom. No, that's the life-giving font or the life-giving spring. Mm-mm. Do you see a mushroom here? Because I don't. They try to say, oh, it's a mushroom. Again, here. They try to say the colors are the colors of this mushroom. Except no, because when you read iconography, colors mean something. Again, here, the presentation of Theotokos at the temple. Can you see one here? This isn't an example that they gave, but this is my icon of my feast day. And St. Nicholas, I own this icon, not just in picture form. But, yeah. And it's only the blatant stuff. And see, that's what I demand. I require evidence. And this is overwhelming, and that's why I wanted to share it with you. Now, is anything in the Gospels or in the early church fathers or any piece of writing about Christ for the first 1,000 years allude to him being a mushroom? No. Or a psychedelic experience? No. Is taking a hallucinogen against Christianity or against the religion? No. Sinful? No. Were there monks using psilocybin? Well, obviously, look at this. But they didn't write about it. They probably thought it was sinful. But remember, this comes 1,000 years after the death of Christ. Go ahead, read the early church fathers. Read the Gnostics. Read the heretics. None of them will call Jesus a mushroom, but you'll have idiots that write books saying Jesus was a mushroom, and they'll base it on a picture from 1,000 years after the beginning of the Christian era, and it's ludicrous. But I find it even more interesting that there was whole communities, whole monasteries that were tripping balls so much off of hallucinogens that they were adding it into their into their icons, into their manuscripts, even into these very descriptions of, even into Bible stories. That's how important it was for them. And I find that immensely interesting. All right, peace to you.